Hi, welcome to Community Calendar. I'm Erica Gilsdorf, the first-time host ever for this show, so this will be fun. I'm here with Becky Mitchell and Emily Bierman, and they're going to talk about the Historical Society and what they have coming up. So I don't have to do much talking because you're going to take it over, right?
Sure.
So tell us what's going on. You're going to want to hear this.
Yeah. So we'll start with our Brown Bag Lunch series in February, as on February 13th at 12 noon. If you're not familiar with that series, you pack a lunch and bring it on into the museum, or you can call us ahead at 847-2938 and reserve a lunch for $8. We'll pick it up and have it ready and waiting for you. And our speaker this month is Nancy Murphy. She is coming in to talk about quilting and kind of the quilting clubs in the area, the history of quilting a little bit. And I'm going to turn it over to Emily because she actually has an exhibit on some quilts right now.
First of all, when is this?
Oh. Did I not say that? I'm so sorry. Wednesday, February 13th at 12 noon.
Yes. So stop into the museum. We have a lot of quilts of different styles, all different colors and patterns. And I don't know a whole lot about quilts, but they're pretty spectacular pieces of art, I think. And they're on temporary loan right now in the museum, all over the museum. So pop in and take a look at those.
All right, great. So February 13th, Brown Bag. I've been to these. They're great. They're
great.
Really interesting.
They are.
Yeah.
Variety of speakers, variety of topics. Every month, the second Wednesday of the month at 12 noon.
All right, great. So is there anything else you want to say about that?
About the Brown Bag Lunch? No, unless you'd like to be a speaker. If you have an interesting story, perhaps your family has an interesting story, or you've done some traveling and would like to share that experience, we'd love to hear from you.
Great. Okay, you have other things. Like, you guys have a lot happening over there.
We
I know. And every time I go in there, I'm like, this is so cool. Yeah. So there's lots of stuff.
I want to have.
Right. And I used to be in there a lot with Lakeside because we did all our research for our menus. So I always kept up on different pictures and what was going on. And I need to stop in there more often and just see what's going on. Okay, so what else do you have happening?
Oh, well, for February, we have Sweetheart Grams, which we love doing Sweetheart Grams. It's a quick little fundraiser for the museum. What we do is we will take pre-orders. Call us and let us know what you want hand-stamped on pendants and charms, and we will create necklaces or bracelets or keychains for your sweetheart, and we can deliver them to businesses or schools, which is really hot. It's fun to send, a little "I love you" or something really embarrassing to your son in 7th grade. It's, so it's a quick little fundraiser for us and a way for you to show appreciation to your sweetheart. So give us a call at the museum and let us know what you want us to misspell for you.
When is this again? So give us some details on when they can order.
So we run the Sweetheart Gram delivery from February 12th through the Valentine's Day on February 14th. You can call us actually anytime and get that order placed. We would love to get a jump start on those because it gets really busy those few days. So February 12th through the 14th, call us at the museum, 847-2938. And as Emily mentioned, it's a great way to just, make your little one's day or embarrass them, whichever the case may be, depending on how old they are. But it's also a great way to just say to a coworker, hey, I'm thinking about you, or your little sweet, maybe you have a sweetheart or grandma or whatever the case may be. It's just a nice little inexpensive way to tell them you're thinking about them on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I used to work in the schools, and when a student would get something like this, oh my gosh, they were the bomb diggity. They were just it was just so much fun to see them excited. And so you get to help out the Historical Society, and you get to give your kid or a neighbor's kid, somebody that you want to say, but also like the work thing. Mm-hmm. Like send it to somebody you appreciate at work, yes. Like what you're doing, like the Humane Society, the Marshmallow Foundation, a nonprofit, another business, your banker, somebody that you can thank and help you guys out at the same time. And I can tell you of other stuff. There's more going on.
There's been lots of hidden messages in those Sweetheart Grams. So somebody will say something. We're like, okay, we don't know what this means, but we're going to stamp it in there. So sometimes it's a Bible verse, sometimes it's a date, sometimes it's just a hidden word that is, kind of an inside joke.
We did some fun, like, Happy Galentine's Day, send one to your BFF when she's at work in case her husband drops the ball. I don't know. So get a little something. And on Valentine's Day, they also come with flowers, so why not?
Oh, that's awesome. You're right. Why is it going to be just a friend?
Exactly.
Right. Okay, what else you got going on?
Chocolate Fantasy. So this is a new fundraiser for us, Chocolate Fantasy fundraiser. And in short, we are seeking donations from area businesses that have anything to do with chocolate. And then we will have that available for you on February 14th to get a chocolate tray put together. We will deliver them during business hours. The small trays are $20. The large trays are $40. Or you can pop into the museum from 4:30 to 6:30, I believe it is, and kind of assemble your own tray. We'll have coffee and hot chocolate. And again, just another great way to, super simple. You're going to spend that money somewhere, so you might as well support the local museum and get it all from us.
That's awesome. Great. That sounds lovely. This is some fun stuff.
We have you covered.
Yeah, this is awesome.
If you haven't
What a way to,
we've got you covered.
yeah, spend through the winter.
I'll taste test it.
Yeah. There you
Only
go.
the best.
Well, good. Is there anything else?
We should talk a little bit about our Family Day, which in February we are encouraging you to take in everything Polar Fest and all the activities down at the beach. So I'm going to let Emily talk about everything that is happening with the kind of the ice throne area and our involvement.
So this year, as most people are aware, there is not an ice palace, but there is an ice structure. It's a royal courtyard with a giant throne. It's 30 feet long, 12 feet high, 10 feet deep, and it's double-sided this year. So you can walk all the way around. There's sculptures carved into it all the way around. There's a palatial playground. So if you remember sitting on the ice couches next to the ice bookshelf and that kind of thing, that's all going on as well. Ice carving competition in this DL City Park, Washington Park, and snow sculptures, and also the museum is going to have a trailer down there, and we will have an exhibit right there on the lake. We're going to be talking about fun winter activities that we can do in Becker County, from old snowshoes to some sleds. You can show your kids what sleds used to look like, and skis and ice skates, and lots of photos from winters past. So if you have any past winter photos, maybe your ice fishing photos, or the first time you went skiing, send us your photos and we will get those put up in our temporarily permanent display down there for the next couple of weeks. And you can walk through that while you're down there checking out the palatial playground and King Isbit's Royal Courtyard. And that will be down there. So it's all family friendly. Bring the kids down, bundle up, please, bundle up, and come down and check it out. There's so much to do down there. And the museum will also be open at the same time. So if you'd rather be warm when you do these things, you can also pop into the museum.
Great. Well, that's a lot going on. Thanks for coming in to share. Check out the Becker County Historical Society and all the events they have happening, and stay tuned. We'll have more community calendar right after this. Hi, welcome back to More Community Calendar. I am here with Becky Mitchell and Jim Brogren, and I'm going to pass the mic to them because they've got a lot to talk about.
Thank you, Erica. So we're going to talk about Polar Fest a little bit, Jim, right?
All things Polar Fest.
So the dates this year for Polar Fest are?
February 7th through the 18th.
Okay, and lots of activities. And I know that you have lots of people in today talking about all those activities happening during that time frame. So many of the events will be coming in talking about their own event. But maybe we'll kick it off, Jim. Talk about your two events that you're closest with.
Two events that I'm working with are the Minnesota Hot Dish Challenge and Dessert Bar Challenge. We added dessert bars this year on Sunday, February 10th at the Grace Lutheran Church from 4 to 6 p.m. We encourage people to put together their best hot dish recipe or their best pan of bars and bring them up to the Grace Lutheran Church at 3 p.m. on that Sunday the 10th. There's prizes. You get a trophy for the best hot dish. Second annual this year, so you got some big shoes to compete against. Last year we had some great hot dishes there. So any information you want to learn about that, give us a call at 218-841-2968.
I think I might have to sign up for this, maybe. Do I have to sign up ahead of time, or can I just come that day?
We encourage you to sign up ahead of time, but if you show up with your pan of bars or your hot dish, we won't turn you away.
Perfect. Okay.
And it is a dinner, too, a free will donation for a dinner. Everybody gets to eat hot dish and bars afterwards.
That sounds like the perfect scenario to me, actually. No cooking, lots of hot dishes, lots of goodies.
Good old Lutheran social dinner. And we do have the possibility of a big cooking channel celebrity judge coming this year. We just got email on that, so I think it might be happening.
Ooh, stay tuned. Yes. Okay, and then you have Welcome to Polaritaville. Now, this is not a new event for Polar Fest, but it's kind of a revamped event, correct?
It is revamped. We've done Welcome to Polaritaville for 12 or more years. But this year we partner up with the Lakes Area Imagination Library, and we're doing it out at the Sherwood Pub on Friday, February 15th, starting at 5:30. Tickets are $30. It's a Caribbean-style dinner this year. If you're familiar with the Imagination Library's Hoedown, this is kind of replacing that this year. And we'll have Caribbean-themed music, a shrimp dinner, a rum pull, some games with a chance. We encourage everybody to come on out with their flip-flops and grass skirts and coconut bras and dance the night away out at the Sherwood Pub.
Perfect. So lots of great events with Polar Fest. We kick it off on February 7th with the lighting of the Royal Courtyard, and we talked a little bit about that already in previous segments, but 7 p.m. Down right by the pavilion is where that Royal Courtyard is going up. The lighting will happen, and that kind of kicks off Polar Fest.
It does. There are a few other things going on that day. We do have Polar Fest Land and the winter beer tasting down at Lakeside at 4, so if you want to get down there a little early.
It will help if it's cold to go there first.
It will help a lot. But yes, there's many events starting that first Thursday, the 7th.
And then it goes through. We've got, of course, the Home Cedars doing Daddy's Little Sweetheart again. Deuces Wild, I know, is on Saturday the 16th is Deuces Wild after fireworks. So go to the fireworks first, then head down to Deuces Wild. The Plunge.
And the Polar Plunge is always a big deal on Saturday the 16th for the Boys and Girls Club. That's one of their biggest fundraisers of the year.
And then we have at least we have several new events, but one kind of new creative event is with the JCs, and I know you're frantically looking for the date.
Yes, no, it is Saturday, February 16th, and it's called the Great Polar Pileup Winter Demo Derby at the fairgrounds. So if you love demo derbies, and it's the same type of thing at the fairgrounds that you see during the Becker County Fair, come on over to the fairgrounds on that Saturday. It is from 3 to 5 p.m., and it's a winter demo derby, so come check it out. The JCs are hosting that.
Right, that's kind of on that big Saturday. Poles and Holes, hopefully somebody from Noon Rotary will come on and talk about, or Morning Rotary, I think actually, does Poles and Holes. Yep. Tell us a little bit about Poles and Holes.
Saturday, February 9th, Poles and Holes is the big fishing derby here on town on the north side of the lake, and that's from 12 to 3 p.m.
Perfect.
And that'll do it for Community Calendar this week. If you would like to feature your nonprofit event or activity coming up, contact Abby at 847-5624.